let's get after it. Starting the month of May, looking at the sketchbook, where I was in April, I would do splits and kind of deconstruct a picture and hit on a few different things. I really like the way these hands came together. Yeah, I enjoy that look. Been working on hands a lot lately, since I know they're problem areas for most artists. Figure something I need to work on a lot. This is a friend. She does a lot of art posing for artists and whatnot. That's how I found her. This is just a random mummy kind of wrap pose. Got a few of those lines that I really liked, so stuck it out for it. This is a little scene from not Turbo Kid, but like the prequel to it. I really like how the head or the skull and the helmet came together right there. Like I said, just taking it, tearing it down, making it better. The scene of two girls kissing, working on my mouse a little bit more. This is definitely helping that. I think having the values of the darkness behind it really made this stick out a little bit more. 15 minutes wasn't too bad. And you have a portrait of myself back when I had my shaved face and was putting to, or this would have been back in October when I was just doing, getting back into videos after not successfully completing that September challenge. Just a quick rough sketch of Deb and Dent from Toga Ghost. Last month, like, you have these really soft lines with Debbie, you have really harsh lines with Dent. Yeah, I kind of put the lines in there, started making them a little bit more refined, and realized that was very true about a lot of their designs. So started doing this Harley Quinn sketch. Wasn't too happy with the whole figure study. Definitely enjoyed the portrait of her a little bit more. Started getting a little heavier about doing portraits as well at that point. Here's this little dance scene between these two. I really love the composition of this. You only see the guy's head and his arm wrapping around her body, her arm coming back around. I like the little scene. I wish I would have blocked out this scene, or out the background a little bit more. I think that would have held the picture, made a lot more design, but I really like just the, as I stated last month, I'd be getting new sketchbook for this month, obviously. I got 2 more of these, so that should last me the rest of the year. Really dig it. Went back to this design for the skateboard, kind of refined it up a little bit. I'm planning on doing this for a skateboard design, just have to refine it a little bit more, stretch it out for sure. I think the dimensions of a skateboard are like 36 by 9, so definitely got to stretch that out and probably profile shot it. I think I'll do a print run with it as well. Then you have this portrait design of another artist friend. Kind of messed it up when I went to the portrait. Was trying to get the whole design down, but just wasn't having it, so oh well. After this, did my design of my friend for back my birthday. She took this picture, again, doing studies of the hands, comparative to her face. Really like how that all turned out, so loving it. Also, you saw the Sailor Jerry stickers from the front of the book. So this is the same actress from the Harley Quinn sketch, and this is all messed up. I just could not get the design to work for anything, so kind of just gave up on it after about 20 minutes. This, I do love the design out. It's this really rundown cemetery, like mausoleum. I don't think that's right, but there's a flower going right in the middle of it. Just love the whole concept of it altogether. I think this will probably be showing up somewhere in my books, so I just wanted to make a little note of it in my sketchbook so I can have reference for when I draw it. Then you have stuff like this where I did 2 days on one page. I think this front of this Superbird kind of got really messed up. Proportions aren't quite correct, but this bottom picture from Street Outlaws, I really love the design of it. I think the shot coming down the car line really gives it a nice look. Him standing off to the side, I think this is definitely going to be painted somewhere. Then a little bit risque, you have this lady sitting on a pool table. I really like this design. When I went to go make it a little bit bigger and refine it a little bit better, just kind of messed it up. Didn't work so well, so I stuck with that. Didn't hit it with any more pencil, just because it had taken me half hour at that point. Along with the other car, I definitely think this one's going to get used to. Took this little cross section, did it about here. Her jean shorts, like working on the hand as well. She's pulling down her shorts just enough to reveal her panties. Sitting in front of the car just is an awesome look. You have this feminine touch, but you also really have this masculine, like, behind her. I really dig how that whole composition just works well with itself. Then you have this design of these legs. I was really working hard trying to get those to look well. I was going to do a cutaway and do it on the side, but just kind of refined this enough to make it look to the point where I wanted it to, so I just left it alone. And then you have this outward design again. This abandoned, I had to do a little notes showing, like, there's so many different planes of this, it's hard to show it in just this little itty bitty sketch, but definitely want to use elements from that and going ahead in the future. Then you have this little cutaway from one of the more relevant, I think it's Death and Thane from one of the latest Thanos comic books. Didn't quite nail her face, but I got it looking to the point where I wanted to. Then you have this pizza delivery girl. Didn't quite get her face how I wanted it to. I like it a lot better down here. But as far as the composition, it's kind of got this fish highlights look to it. I really like how that came together. This is probably my favorite page of the whole book. These two pages just came together so exceptionally. You see the composition on this one, but really, it was this one. I only had this much, but I put the circle where the head goes, worked at where the eyes and everything was. I just love the whole look of all of that, so definitely one of my favorites. Then you have a couple Kong sketches. Brie Larson, I really love this shot from the movie. Came down here, did another one of the gun she's holding up here. The face kind of a little wonky on that one, so let it go. Along with Kong, had to draw the big boy himself. I really like how this works. I'm probably going to do an actual Copic sketch of it, but for now, I have to get some design elements down. Up here you have the shot of Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston from the Kong premiere, I think it was. I really like how that came together. Groot, I didn't like this until like the last few seconds of the sketch. Kind of just all started falling together, so I definitely dig that. Little geisha with a Hanzo mask. I like how this came together. It kind of really started falling apart when it expanded out, but that mask and everything's great. This is the first time I've drawn Comic Book Girl 19 and actually liked it. Little portrait sketch of her. That's when I kind of noticed how much better I've been doing lately. So then you have this picture of Lena Headey. I didn't necessarily get her face, but I do like that face that I got done. I came down, redid her eye for it. Kind of showed off some highlights. You have these really gorgeous lines that follow her dress. I really wanted to accentuate that, but I didn't want to mess up this. This has got a lot more details in it than it seems. So I really like that. And then end of the month with Hellboy. Kind of threw this together. I like how it sits up here, but I like the little refined touches that I added down there. All in all, came together really well. Love it. I might do some more comic book stuff for the upcoming months, but that's a good way to end it. So, looking forward to the next month. Still going to be doing this, but I think once July hits, I'm definitely going to be looking at posing them myself and working at constructing a better composition just on my own merits. So, thanks for checking it out, and we'll be with you next month. Thanks.